We are back live at CollectCo for part 2 of tonight's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, we'll know when Craig comments first. Craig, where are you, Craig? Excuse me. Man, Bob Reiger. First comment. Bob Reiger. He's in. All right. I'm going to let everybody get on. Here's the cart. Here's the camera. I'm going to go ahead and be out here scouting some crates to show next. We got a lot to get through over here. I've got stuff that I would love for y'all to buy. Right? Why else would we be doing this, right, Tanner? This stuff is pretty recent here, I think. This actually may be some Pennsylvania stuff. Let me see what's underneath it. Aha. Yeah, that's... Okay, I got the next crate lined up. I'll let everybody get on. Tommy Flowers, Paul Bill, Greg Preston, Eric Fisher, Boontar, did you get metric Fortra Mintra on colored vinyl this week? I did not. I did not order that. I didn't know who Metric was. I see stuff like that, and I'm like, who's Metric? And I don't know if I should order it or not. So, by the way, I really need the Bengals to win this game. I've got $17.40 on it. Hopefully they just win straight up, so go Bengals. Part 2, we're going to be live for about an hour and a half. I have got to get an early start tomorrow, which early starts usually aren't in my vocabulary because of how late I stay here, but I can't go too late tonight. I've got like 4 people to go see to buy stuff. Coins, records. I'm meeting a guy here to buy some records at 5. And before that, I've got to go to the frame shop. I got to meet a lady in Carthage and buy some coins. I really need to go over to Silver Point and buy some collectibles. The guy has some signs, some Snoopy stuff. I've got to go over there and do all that. So I've got a busy day tomorrow, and I hope I can get all that done. Man, yeah, it's going to be a busy day. So let's get started. I'm going to go back through this crate and see what we have here. I didn't change the title of this, so it's the same title. Hope that doesn't confuse anybody. Yeah, Snoopy stuff. Yeah, like Peanuts. Peanuts characters. This guy collected it. Chad, did the off record come in? I'm trying to keep track. Yes, it did, Paul. I don't think you were on when I announced that officially. But yes, off free LSD did come in. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. All right, I've already went through about 2/3 of this crate or what's left of it, so let me go back through it. Everything is buy it now or best offer. I'm just going to read you titles. We had Razzie Bailey. That was sealed. Bob Dylan, Modern Times. Bob Dylan, Modern Times. Frampton Comes Alive. That was Willie Nelson and Friends. Sounds of 1976. JFK Memorial Album. Huey Lewis and the News, Power of Love. We're just going back through some stuff. We've already been through these once. Fleetwood Mac, self-titled. Elvis in concert, Elvis Presley. Brian Auger's Oblivion Express, Straight Ahead. The New Cactus Band, Son of Cactus. The Moody Blues, Seventh Sojourn. Golden Oldies, Volume 15. You not on YouTube for the second half? Yes, we should be. Is it not on? Yeah, there's people on YouTube. We didn't change the title or anything. I don't know if we can go in and do that afterwards. Do what? Oh, Tanner already changed to part 2. Okay, so yeah, we're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Barbra Streisand's Greatest Hits Volume 2. The Kings Are Here. Was, Not Was, Spy in the House of Love. Ricky Skaggs, Waiting for the Sun to Shine. The Best of Newport in New York, 1972, Airport. Marvin Hamlish, The Entertainer. Golden Oldies Volume 1. Def Jam, Montel Jordan, Get It On. Genesis, nice copy of Invisible Touch. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Elton John Caribou. Rita Coolidge, Anytime, Anywhere. John Fitzgerald Kennedy Memorial Album. Les Dudek. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood, Bobby Brown, Humping Around, U2, Unforgettable Fire, and I stopped right here for part 1. Bob Dylan, another side of Bob Dylan, is a VG copy. It's a 1964 mono. It's a VG for $29.99. 1964. VG copy of that. Everything in here is buy it now, best offer. There's U2 again. Bob Welch, French. Do we have 2 used twos? No, I guess we only have 1. Bob Welch, French Kiss, a VG copy for $9.99. Bob Welch was in the original Fleetwood Mac. There's Fleetwood Mac Rumors. We got 2 copies of that in there, don't we? There's 1, there's 2, and we have a copy of Self-Titled. We got 3 classic Fleetwood Mac OGs in there. How much for both golden oldies? Marco, there's volume 1, $12.99. How about if I do that one for $10? And the other one that's back here is golden oldies, $15. How about I do that one for, I'll do both of them for $18. Both of them for $18, Marco. I'm about to get our first auctions going. Price on Bob Dylan, Modern Times. Bob is this is a 2006, boy, is this just 2 LPs? It feels like it's like 5. I guess it's just 2 LPs though. I've got $49.99 on it. $49.99 on that. The marked men on the outside, the marked men is $24.99. Elton John's Captain Fantastic, that is $29.99 with the inserts. With the inserts on that. Marco said take, and that was, yes, $18 for both of those. Price and condition on Fleetwood Mac Self-Titled. I think it's a nice one. Let's see here. Fleetwood Mac Self-Titled. Nice cover, a little bit of a corner ding up here. It has the original insert with lyrics. And the disc is, wow, original reprise label. That is extremely nice. $34.99. VG Plus cover, original insert, OG label, very clean. $34.99. $34.99 on that. Who asked about that? Greg Preston. Greg Rogers said 20 on Fleetwood. I don't want to sell Fleetwood. I can't sell Rumors. Rumors is too hot of a title to discount. I know there's a billion of them out there, but I mean, these are, I'll discount them a little, but these are, and you know, they're not, if I put these out in the store where people could see them, oh my gosh. Bob Dylan, the marked men on the outside, that was $24.99. There was Elton John. Waylon Jennings, A Man Called Hoss. Don't see that one too often. $24.99 for Waylon. Original Folk Blues, Detroit Blues. That's John Lee Hooker, Eddie Kirkland, Eddie Burns, and Sylvester Cotton. $19.99. Bob Welch, Three Hearts. That one's $14.99. And the Dolly Rots, Eat My Heart Out. The Dolly Rots is $24.99. Grayson, Friends of Distinction. That is $24.99. Friends of Distinction. Grazing in the Grass. Featured on Anchorman. 2 complete episodes of Tarzan. Tarzan is $9.99. Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits is $9.99. And 2 by the Born Rosiger. That is sealed from 2014, $34.99. Okay, for Greg, this is for Greg Rogers and Greg Preston. Greg Rogers and my best price on my best Rumors is $30. And my best price on Self-Titled is $30. Those are really nice. That's for Greg Rogers or Greg Preston. Brian Glick said sold on Dylan. Let me make sure who asked about this first. Matt, let me know if you're passing on Dylan. If you are, I'm going to sell that to Brian Glick. Rory Edmonds says, sold on Detroit Blues. Detroit Blues sold to Roy Edmonds. And yeah, any one of the Fleetwood Macs, $30. Palace is the best. I can't argue with that. But just like a lot of these records, these are more like historical artifacts, right? I mean, this is original Rumors. They don't sound too bad, but yeah, if you want to spend $60 and buy a Palace pressing, that will blow your socks off. Tarzan, we have Kenny Rogers. We have that. And the Fireballs, Torquay. That's a VG copy for $12.99. And Joe Walsh, The Smoker You Drink, a VG copy for that, $9.99. Greg Rogers said take, and Greg wanted a copy of Rumors. Greg, I'm going to give you this copy of Rumors that is sold to you for $30. Greg Preston, let me know if you decide you want Fleetwood Mac self-titled. Bob Welch, $15 for both of them. That's for Jonathan Berg. Let's go ahead and sell the Bob Welches. Bob Welches. All right, so that was the first crate. That's what we ended part 1 with. I'm going to go back through that one really quickly one more time. So both of the Bob Welch for $15 to Jonathan Berg, and Greg said he will take Fleetwood Mac self-titled. And Ed, is Ed doing the tagging? Ed's doing the tagging. We got Tanner's got to ship and ship eBay orders. We're selling a lot on eBay all of a sudden, mostly because I stay here way too late putting stuff on there, and Discogs. And what's Seth doing? Seth, what are you doing? Logging. Seth is logging. Like a lumberjack? So Greg takes that. Sherry Darnell wants Tarzan and Waylon. Waylon Tarzan. Let's sell those to Sherry. That's the next comment on the feed. Matt Kitcherin wanted TD. Matt Kitcherin wanted TD. That was whom? Was that, what was TD, Matt? Let me do that. Let's see here. Claymore, okay. Matt, let me know what TD was. Fireballs for 10. Fireballs for 10. That is sold to Claymore. Sell that to Claymore for $10. Getting on very late. Chad, I was on the 80s whenever you have a chance. Was Jeff Bergman on the 80s collected list? Yes, you were, Jeff. I got you on there. I remember that from last night. Tanner shipping. Yes, Tanner is about to start shipping eBay orders, Doug, I believe. He's actually still tagging stuff from tonight, but what's that? Sherry Darnell got both Tarzan and Waylon, yes. We've been doing a lot of shipping. Doug has been doing a lot of shipping. Tanner's been doing a lot of shipping. I feel like I probably should be shipping too. We've been selling. We had more individual customers last week than ever before. And because of all the pre-orders this week, it may be the same way. I mean, we've had more individual people buying stuff than ever before. I'm going to put this up for a $1 start. Interesting story on this. My mom said someone came in the store. She didn't buy anything. She walked up to the counter and said, "Do y'all want this?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, we'll take it." Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're going to auction it off for a $1 start. It was a freebie. Or was that at a yard sale? She get this at a, do you remember, Ed? Did she tell you the story on that? Maybe it was a yard sale. Somebody gave this to her. Yeah, that's what it was. She was at a yard sale. Somebody said, she asked, we always ask at yard sales, do you have any records? Because some people don't bring their records out, and we ask. And they're like, yeah, I've got a whole basement full of records. But somebody gave this to her at a yard sale. $1 start. Something else happened like that, though, here recently at the store. Somebody walked in with a record and was like, "Do y'all want this? I'm about to throw it away." But it wasn't something, it was just like something junk. So, all right, let's go back through that. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, 3, 5, 10, 5, 5, 5, 6, 16. So that's a near mint record. That's the original soundtrack, all the classic stuff. You know, David Bowie, The Raspberries, 10cc, Runaways, Pina Colada Song, and then it has all the score music. Near mint. I mean, it's like brand new. And those, I think I've got those new sealed if anybody's interested. One more time on this. I'm going to go back through it. We have Razzie Bailey, Frampton Comes Alive, Willie Nelson, Sounds of 76, JFK, Huey Lewis, Elvis in Concert, Brian Augers, Oblivion Express, Son of Cactus, Moody Blues, Barbra Streisand, The Kings, Was Not Was, Ricky Skaggs, Newport, New York, Airport soundtrack, Marvin Hamlish, Montel Jordan, Genesis, Elton John, Rita Coolidge, JFK, Les Dudek, Jethro Tull, Bobby Brown, Bob Dylan, U2, Everything's Bought Now or Make Offer, one copy of Rumors left, The Marked Men, Elton John, The Dolly Rots, Friends of Distinction, Kenny Rogers, whoever that guy is, And Joe Walsh, Jonathan said he would give $7.99. Sold to Jonathan Berg, Joe Walsh. All right, let's see what's, make sure I hadn't missed anything in the comments. Fred said, hello, it's me again. Any OG Megadeth? Fred, I don't have any OG Megadeth. No, I don't. Bob Riger asked Chad, the last order ship yet? If you hadn't got a tracking number, Doug's going to probably resume those tomorrow if you hadn't got a tracking number yet. Of course, Doug was sick last week, and we sold more than ever before, and Tanner was trying to keep up, and we're still playing catch up, and it's Thursday. But that's a good thing. We're selling a lot, so thank everybody. We have 25 on Guardians of the Galaxy. We have 25 on Guardians of the Galaxy with Brian Glick. But yes, we're going to get caught up on shipping as soon as possible. As soon as possible. You will. A lot of people ask, especially new time people. It's a good time to mention that. If you pay, your order will ship whenever you get a tracking number. Because what we do, we probably won't engage in your messenger until we're sending you a tracking number. And a lot of it just depends on when you pay. If you pay right after we purge, it may get a lot of it. You just never know. So it's great to pay right away. Guardians of the Galaxy's at 25. That's going once, going twice to Brian Glick. I've got more Japanese stuff to put up for auction. Let me find that. Let's see. We've been on a run with Beatles stuff. Let's go ahead and do Let It Be. Last thing we auctioned during part 1 was Abbey Road. We have a very nice copy of Let It Be. Let It Be. There's the jacket. Green apple obi. Very nice. The Get Back Sessions. Original Japanese insert. The original black inner sleeve that came with the apple pressings. And the disc is near mint minus. It's flawless. $55 start on that. $55. Just like Abbey Road, just like Magical Mystery Tour. Let It Be. Apple, Japanese pressing. $55 start on that. Guardians of the Galaxy's at 25 of Brian Glick. Going twice, going 3 times. These are some records we hadn't been through in about 3 or 4 months. They're all buy it now or make offer. That's your decision. George Wallace. Governors George and Lorraine. Souvenir album. George Wallace. Governor of Alabama. That is $19.99. Man on the Moon. $29.99. This is very cool. Has the live mission control stuff from Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Michael Collins. $29.99. That's a gatefold with booklet. $29.99 on that. The Beverly Hillbillies. The Beverly Hillbillies does have some cover damage. This is not an easy record to get. It's stained down here. Luckily, the front, though, presents pretty well. You can see the staining on the front corner here. $19.99 on that. And Hank Williams Jr., After You, Pride's Not Hard to Swallow. White label promo, $24.99. $24.99. Fred is at 55 on the Beatles. Fred's at 55 on the Beatles. That is now going once, going twice to Fred. And we're going to go ahead and sell Guardians of the Galaxy to Brian Glick. He gets Guardians for $25. Todd Kirk, $24.99. Boy, I hadn't said that name in a long time, especially on a record sale. Sold. Moon Landing, $24.99. Todd, I feel like I need to give you new buyer instructions. Sell him the Moon Landing for $24.99. I'm going to go grab, what do we got up for auction? The Beatles. Let's go ahead and do this Madonna record. I know there'll be some people waiting on this one. This stuff usually does very well. We have Madonna. This is Madonna True Blue. Madonna True Blue. Japanese pressing, pristine. Fred says, no Madonna, please. $45 start. True Blue. This is a perfect copy. Japanese press. $45 start on that. We got a $56 bid on the Beatles. Todd, thank you for the Moon Landing. Or I guess thank you for buying the Moon Landing. Hank Williams Jr., My Own Way. $34.99. Willie Nelson, Texas in My Soul. This one's not easy to get. 1968, $74.99. This is one I never, ever, ever see. Texas in My Soul, Willie Nelson. Cool cover, too. $74.99 on that. Fred's back in on the Beatles at $60. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits, $24.99. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits. Dwight David Eisenhower, 1999. Dwight Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. Duty, Honor, Courage, General Douglas MacArthur. That's about the third one of those we've had tonight. 1999. 40 Greatest College Football Marches. This is all the fight songs from these 40 colleges. Football, $24.99. Harvard, Notre Dame, Penn State, Syracuse, Pitt, Yale, Michigan, Missouri, Princeton. That is $24.99. Gatefold 2LP. The Crusaders, Rhapsody and Blues, $14.99. And Jimmy Stevens, Paid My Dues. Jimmy Stevens is sealed, $19.99. We also have Harry Chapman, Living Room Suite for $9.99. And Glenn Campbell Portrait. Boy, that's an early Glenn Campbell, and it's a German pressing, $9.99. Fred is back in on the Beatles at 60. Fred is in on the Beatles at 60, going once, going twice. Charlie DeFrank, you are out on that, so let me know if you are done or if you want to keep bidding. Go right ahead. There's some great records in here. Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out, $24.99. Has their hit song Amy on it, tan label. That is $24.99. The Dolly Rots, that was in the last bin, wasn't it? The Dolly Rots was $24.99. Eat My Heart Out, $24.99 on that. DRI, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, crossover. This is from 1987, $64.99. Wow, that's nice. $64.99 on that. The Crusaders, Those Southern Nights, is $12.99. The Rascals, C. The Rascals is $14.99. Herb Albert, Warm, that is $19.99. And Captain and Tennille's Song of Joy, $9.99. Kayak, Phantom of the Night, $14.99. And Lee Greenwood, You've Got Good Love Coming. That is sealed, $29.99. This is interesting. Paul McCartney, Flowers in the Dirt, $44.99. Is this contents? Compact disc, 3-inch CD single, poster, family tree, bumper sticker, and 16 postcards, tour itinerary. Is this sealed? I think it is. So this is not vinyl. This is a 1989 Paul McCartney. It's a CD single box set, but it also has a poster, a McCartney family tree, a bumper sticker, 6 tour postcards, and tour. This is some kind of promotion for this album. It's called a World Tour Pack. And it is sealed. It's numbered on the back, $44.99. It's kind of damaged. Flowers in the Dirt. Okay, let's go ahead and sell the Beatles to Fred Wink for $60. Never to hear back from Charlie. That's sold to Fred for $60. If anybody wants to buy Madonna, buy it now for $44.99. Pristine copy of True Blue. Let me go grab a couple others. Is the feed working? I hadn't seen a comment in a few minutes. Let's do, I got some Obi-less Beatles. Asia and Yellow Submarine. Here we go. Let's see. Another really nice copy of Asia. The Obi has a couple spots on it. I don't really call them, well, maybe that might be made that way. I'm not for sure. It may be like foil, but it looks like there's little spots on it. Asia, self-titled, with insert, $45 start. And the Beatles Yellow Submarine. The Beatles Yellow Submarine. This is a really nice Japanese pressing. We don't have an Obi with it, but it has the insert and the vinyl is near mint. $45 start on Yellow Submarine. Not too easy to get. So $45 each starts on those. Charlie said, Beatles froze up 65. Charlie, I've already sold it. I'm sorry. I have already sold it. You have Asia Phoenix. No, we rarely get that one in. Asia Phoenix. We usually get Alpha and self-titled. Snuff, $9.99. And 12-inch single from Debbie Gibson, Shake Your Love, $14.99. Sorry, Charlie. Wow, that rhymed. I didn't mean to end that so early, but I didn't hear back. Well, I didn't end it early, but I didn't hear back from you. Charlie? Sorry, Charlie. But yeah, I've already sold that. What year was the Dirty Rotten Imbeciles? Paul, we have it stickered for 1987 is what John put on it. 1987. Let's find that again. Where are you, DRI? Right here. Yeah, we've got 1987, $64.99. Metal Blade. It's actually on Death Records, a subsidiary of that. Bill Fratsky wants Debbie Harry. Sell that to Bill Fratsky, Debbie Harry. David Bromberg Band, Midnight on the Water. That is $9.99. The Beach Boys, Endless Summer, has some writing on the cover. Does have the poster, $19.99. What is the catalog number of Yellow Submarine? Yellow Submarine catalog number is AP 8610. AP 8610, near mint vinyl, $45 start on that. And we're looking for a $45 start on Asia. Songs on side 1 are Heat of the Moment, Only Time Will Tell, and Soul Survivor. That's like their 3 biggest hits. $45 and $45 start on that. Olay ELO. That's a VG Plus for $14.99. Casino Royale, James Bond. This is not the new movie from 2006. This was kind of a James Bond spoof film that came out in '67. VG Plus $14.99 on Casino Royale. Close to the Edge by Yes is a VG copy for $9.99. 2001, A Space Odyssey, a VG copy for $9.99. James Taylor's Greatest Hits, a VG minus $9.99. A well-loved record. $9.99, James Taylor. It will still play. Donovan in Concerts, a VG Plus $7.99. The Blues Project, Projections, a VG for $9.99. That's a white label promo. And this was the Four Seasons. This is the Four Seasons. Someone wrote Grand Funk Railroad on the cover. VG Plus $9.99. And Heartbreaker by Free. Heartbreaker is a VG Plus $24.99. This is actually a German pressing, about a VG cover, and nice, heavy German vinyl, though. Heartbreaker by Free. That's Paul Rogers on lead vocals. Glenn bid $45 on Yellow Submarine, and Charlie bid $50. So Charlie's at $50 on Yellow Submarine. Glenn, you're out. And if anybody wants to buy Asia, you can buy it for $44.99. Let me go ahead and go through the no bid pile. Asia is $44.99, top copy. So is Madonna, True Blue. Madonna is $44.99 if anybody wants that. There's the Dolly Rots. I'm going to put it back up. It's $24.99 or best offer if anybody wants it. Is James Taylor. Yeah, MoFi is doing a one-step box of James Taylor. They're doing a one-step box of James Taylor. They're going to be $150, and most of y'all probably won't buy one, but if you do, we're going to have them for sale. Wham! Music from the Edge of Heaven. That is $55 if anybody wants it. Footloose was $35. Pristine copy in shrink wrap with Obi. B-52s was $55. Wild Planet. Top copy with Obi. And the Beach Boys Rock and Roll Best 20. That was $34.99. That's a 20 greatest hits from the Beach Boys. So Beach Boys, B-52s, Footloose, Wham, Madonna, and Asia are all in the no bid pile if anybody wants to buy those. We now have 3 bidders on Yellow Submarine. Fred is in at 51. That's a nice Japanese copy, just no Obi with it. It's complete with inner sleeve. And let me pull something new out over here. Most of it's Beatles and ABBA and Bee Gees left, but we're going to put up this Duke Ellington. The popular Duke Ellington. Is that what that says? Yeah, the popular Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington and his orchestra. Near mint Japanese pressing with Obi. $25 start on that. $25 start on that. We have not finished this box yet. We actually haven't got through it. Hey, there's Cinderella. Somebody was asking about that last night. VG Plus $44.99 on Cinderella. Rod Stewart, Atlantic Crossing, VG Plus $9.99. U.S. Radio Band is a VG Plus $9.99. Hank Williams Jr., Living Proof, EX $29.99. Elvis Costello, Armed Forces. This is a VG vinyl, $12.99, but it does have the bonus 7-inch single that came with it. Kenny Rogers, Something's Burning, VG copy for $7.99. The James Gang, 16 Greatest Hits, VG copy for $12.99. Rosington Collins Band, This Is the Way, a VG copy for $9.99. D. Clark, how about that? 1959 Mono Strong VG, $19.99 on that. And Bad Company Straight Shooter, $19.99. No condition notes. Let's take a look at it. Wow, very nice copy of Straight Shooter, $19.99. Let's put that right there. We have Yellow Submarine 51, Yellow Submarine 55, Yellow Submarine 55, and is the Yellow Submarine vinyl the reddish? No, you're thinking about the red vinyl, which is the true first pressings of this, and those are very difficult to get. That is, no, this is just regular black vinyl. Glenn Bodnar was in first at 55. Fred and Charlie, y'all are both out. Glenn was in first at 55. Looking for a $25 start on Duke Ellington. Keith Williams bid that. Keith, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you. Keith Williams, you get Duke Ellington for $25. Have any Funko Music Pops when you're done with the records? I don't think we hardly have any left. We've sold most of them. We've got Iron Maiden, Eddie Van Halen, and Joan Jett. That's about the only ones we have left. Fred's at 56 on Yellow Submarine, and so was Charlie. The Muppet Show, original soundtrack recording, $29.99. The Muppet Movie, excuse me. Anne Murray Sings for Sesame Street, $14.99. Sherry Darnell wants Bad Company. There's a couple records in here. I'm like, either hopefully y'all already have them or you're halfway asleep on me, because there's some great stuff in here. The Magical World of Roger Whittaker, $9.99. Kenny Rogers, Share Your Love, is $9.99. Nat King Cole Story, Volume 1, his all-time great performances, $9.99. And Black Sabbath, wow, there's a Black Sabbath in here, a Cinderella. What was that other record too? $44.99. Black Sabbath, Never Say Die, really clean vinyl. About a VG Plus cover. It has one discoloration spot there on it. Very nice. Charlie DeFrank is at $60 on Yellow Submarine. Charlie DeFrank is at $60 on Yellow Submarine. Keith Williams wants Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole. Keith Williams. And Jason Ivey wants The Muppet Movie. The Muppet Movie. So did Jason Ivey. I will show y'all those two Funkos. They're right over here. I've got 3 that are new, kind of in stock. One of them I ordered an entire factory case of, which because I knew we could sell them. These are $14.99, and these will ship with your order. We have to ship them separately. They actually cost a little extra. Sometimes we get them in a big box with your vinyl. Sometimes we don't. That's Eddie Van Halen, $14.99. Iron Maiden, 7th son of a 7th son, Eddie. That's number 250, $14.99. And Joan Jett, that's one of the newest ones out, $14.99 on that. Very cool, new. These come from the same distributors that send us our vinyl. Joan Jett, Iron Maiden, and Eddie Van Halen. Those are all $14.99. Before we go any further, Charlie DeFrank is at $60 on Yellow Submarine. A couple people have said out. Fred says he's out. Glenn says he's out. Charlie, you've got that for $60, going once, going twice. Sean David offered $30 on Black Sabbath. Let me think on that. And Fred wants a Eddie Van Halen. Sell that to Fred. He also wants an Iron Maiden. And now you just need a Joan Jett. $14.99. All right, I got to order. I got to stock up on those. We sell so many Funkos here in the store. It's incredible. Black Sabbath for $30. Sean, I'm going to pass at $30, but I will sell this to you for $40. I mean, really nice copy. Can't believe that didn't sell right off the get-go. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, $19.99. And Lynn White, Blues in My Bedroom. That is $14.99. I do have an Ozzy Funko. I don't think I have one up here because we're sold out and they're all in the back. Let's see. Sherry Darnell wants Eddie Van Halen and Joan Jett Funko. You've got it. Joan Jett and Eddie Van Halen. I've got plenty of Eddie Van Halens, but we're getting low on Joan Jett and Iron Maidens. So these two are sold to Sherry Darnell, Eddie Van Halen and Joan Jett, $14.99 each. Fred said he'll take one, so we're going to give him a Joan Jett. Do we have another one? I don't know if we have one or not. I'll have to check. Fred, let me write that down and I'll check and see if I can get one for you, okay? They're either, I don't have any more over here on this pile I was getting those from, but I will check. Known Joe Jet. Aussie. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Aussie is a big one. It's from Diary. I can go get them in the bags very quickly. I'd have to walk away from the camera. They're about this tall. It has album artwork for Diary of a Madman, and it has Ozzy. You know how he looks on the cover? Those are $24.99 if anybody wants one. They're in the very, very back on a top shelf above the photo booth. But that's the one I have. Sean David, I'm going to sell you Black Sabbath for $35. Thank you for a very fair offer. We have negotiated at that point. I'm going to sell that to you for $35. And the Beatles Yellow Submarine, that is sold. Yellow Submarine is sold too. Do you have a wait list? Wow, I'm getting some comments on my phone that's not coming up on my monitor. Hold on a second. Let's see. Muppets, Yellow Submarine, Fred, Iron Maiden. Do you have a wait list for Joan Jett? I don't think so. Was you on a wait list for that? Do you need one, Paul? Jays and Ivy, did I pull any of those? I don't think that come up on my monitor. I'm going to have to start looking at my phone. Now I got something weird happening. Comments are popping up on my phone, but not on my monitor. Oh my gosh. Will this ever end? Did we get a Joan Jett Funko for Jays and Ivy? I don't think we did we? Right then? No. Okay, so we need to put Joan Jett on a list for Jays and Ivy. Paul Bill, just let me know if you do want one. I got Sherry Darnell's. By the way, Ed, Black Sabbath was $35 to Sean David. And this Yellow Submarine is sold for $60, and that was Charlie DeFrank. So Paul Bill wants a Joan Jett and Jays and Ivy. Let's put them both down on a list, and I'm going to try to find those. I'm going to have to start looking at my phone because those comments didn't pop up on my monitor. Great. That's exactly what I don't need, is for now my monitor not to be showing comments.
The waiting list for Joan Jett Funko is
Paul Bill and Jays and Ivy. If anybody else wants one, let me know. Black Sabbath is sold to Sean David for $35. And Brian Hummel said he would give $12.99 for Bruce Springsteen. Sell that to Brian Hummel for $12.99. Nice copy of that. Guy Goodman said, I asked earlier, humble pie smoking condition. Was that in this crate? Guy, let me go back through this crate when I'm done. If it's not in that crate, it may be in this other one. Let me check it right quick. Humble pie smoking. I can check this one a lot faster because there's not much left in it. I don't remember saying humble pie, though. That must have been a while back. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Let's check this crate. I don't see a copy of humble. Yeah, I do. It's a VG copy, guy. It's about a VG minus cover, and the vinyl is VG. It's got marks on it, non-feelers, but it's going to have some noise when you listen to it. Okay. Lynn White, Blues in My Bedroom, $14.99 in shrink wrap. Kim Wilde, Breaking Away, is $14.99. Is this Kim Wilde again? Kim Wilde, Shame, 12-inch single, $14.99. Honky Tonk Organ, Bill Doggett, $14.99. Dean Martin, That's Amore. That is $9.99. Bernie Higgins is $9.99. Another JFK. I need to get all those together. We've got about a dozen of them now. JFK is $19.99. Another copy of Fleetwood Mac self-titled, $34.99. Wow, another really nice one. $34.99 on that. Keith Williams wants Dean Martin. Sell that to Keith Williams. And let's get a couple of new Japanese auctions going. Let's do the stuff back here in the back. There's the Beatles, and I've got a soundtrack here I have not put up yet. And that is Endless Love. Endless Love. Let's do those. Okay, so Magical Mystery Tour. Let's take a look at that. This one's no Obi. Very nice. Wow, I think this is an earlier pressing because the cover feels different and it has this Apple logo up here on the front. Nice laminate cover. Yeah, this is an earlier pressing for sure. Very high glossy pages. The book is intact. It's still pretty strong. Maybe just a little bit of weak binding. Nice laminate cover. There's the insert with it. And the vinyl is near mint. Very, very nice. This is a $45 start. Magical Mystery Tour. No Obi. Very nice copy. $45 start on that. And we have Endless Love soundtrack. That is a $25 start on that. Near mint Japanese pressing with Obi. Endless Love. That is $25 start. Jerry Lee Lewis. Who's going to play this old piano? That is sealed. $19.99. Jerry Lee Lewis, A Taste of Country. $9.99. Jerry Lee Lewis, Country Memories. $9.99. Jerry Lee Lewis, The Killer Rocks On, $9.99. Dan Fogelberg, Phoenix. Dan Fogelberg is $9.99. The Best of Ian and Sylvia, $9.99. If the Bomb Falls, a recorded survival guide. This is, you listen to this in case a nuclear bomb is about to be dropped, and then you know what to do. $34.99. That's worth the price to save your life. England's Greatest Hitmakers. The Rolling Stones, The Bachelors, Tom Jones, The Zombies, Lulu, Them featuring Van Morrison. $19.99. This is an original London label compilation. $19.99. Which Fleetwood Mac album? We had another really clean copy of Fleetwood Mac self-titled. Fred is at $45 on the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour. That's going once, going twice to Fred. Still looking for a $25 start on Endless Love. I'm going to go back through this crate just as a recap. Let me know if you see anything you want to make an offer on, or if you want to see the price on it again. There's a lot of really good titles in here. And with just the right offer, they can be on your invoice this week. And then you can pay for them, and then we'll ship them to you. And then you can listen to them. George Wallace. That's like probably sold somewhere down in Alabama. A souvenir record from the governor. The Beverly Hillbillies, Hank Williams Jr., Willie Nelson, Chuck Berry, Dwight David Eisenhower, Douglas MacArthur, 40 Greatest College Football Marches, The Crusaders, Jimmy Stevens, Harry Chapin, Glenn Campbell, Pure Prairie League, The Crusaders, The Rascals, Herb Albert, Captain and Tennille, Kayak, Lee Greenwood, Paul McCartney, Snuff, Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. Fleetwood Mac was $34.99. Super clean copy. Magical Mystery Tour going twice, going three times to Fred for $45. Final call on Endless Love. Final call on Endless Love. David Bromberg Band, The Beach Boys' Endless Summer, ELO, Casino Royale, Yes, 2001 Space Oddity, James Taylor's Greatest Hits, Donovan in Concert, The Blues Project, The Four Seasons, Heartbreaker Free, Cinderella, Rod Stewart, U.S. Radio Band, Hank Williams Jr., Elvis Costello, Kenny Rogers, The James Gang's Greatest Hits, Rosington Collins, Dee Clark, Anne Murray Sings, Roger Whittaker, Kenny Rogers, and Lynn Wright. Dirty Rotten Imbeciles was $64.99, top copy. All right, let's go ahead and sell Magical Mystery Tour to Fred for $45. If anybody wants Endless Love, $24.99. $24.99 if anybody wants to buy that, no bid. Magical Mystery Tour, thank you, Ed. That is sold to Fred Wink for $45. Todd Kirk said he would give $8.99 for the 2001 Space Odyssey, also known as the Ric Flair intro music and also known as the Elvis Presley intro music. $8.99. Sell that to Todd Kirk. Brian said he would give $30 for the Fleetwood Mac. That's what I sold the last one for. Sell that to Brian for $30. $30. James Taylor. I've got, where did I get to? Right here. I got two 12-inch singles from Kim Wilde. These are from, that one's from 1995. I was about to say, that's probably from the 90s. Honky Tonk Organ, Bernie Higgins, JFK, Jerry Lee Lewis, Jerry Lee Lewis, Jerry Lee Lewis. Wow, how many Jerry Lee Lewis is there? Let's do a bundle on Jerry Lee Lewis here. Sealed, $9.99, $9.99. How about $7 each? $28 if anybody wants to buy all 4 of those. The Killer Rocks On, that's called Country Memories. That's on Sun, A Taste of Country. And who's going to play this old piano? $28 if anybody wants all 4 of those. Dan Fogelberg, Phoenix, The Best of Ian and Sylvia, If the Bomb Falls, and England's Greatest Hitmakers. Let's do 2 more Japanese auctions. I've got the Beatles and I've got the Bee Gees. Beatles and Bee Gees. Let's see here. What was the Four Seasons story? The Four Season record was called, what do they call that one exactly? Gazette, Life Gazette, the Genuine Imitation Life Gazette. Someone wrote Grand Funk on it. I guess at one time there was a different record in here. And that's a VG Plus, $9.99. Sherry Darnell. Glenn Bodnar, he put Mary, he meant Jerry. So that's all 4 of those, Ed, for $28 on the Jerry Lee Lewis bundle. That's Glenn Bodnar. Kiss and Iron Maiden Japanese, please. I don't have any more of those tonight. We may have some tomorrow. I hadn't looked at tomorrow's batch. We have a whole crate of Japanese records every sale. I haven't even looked on what's on tomorrow's agenda. There may be some Kiss and Iron Maiden there. Fred, I will try my best to find some. 5 for George Wallace. Wayne, I'll have to pass. Cinderella was a VG Plus, $44.99. Charlie, the British compilation here, was $19.99. Did you put up that Last Jazz Japanese auction? Had to go. I don't think there is any more. Let me check in the stuff that didn't sell, but I don't think there's any more jazz. This is nice. We have the Beatles, 62 to 66, Red Album, Apple pressing with Obi. Let's see what comes with it. We have 2 near mint LPs. There's 1 inner sleeve. There's 2 inner sleeves. And then there's the Beatles discography book. All right. Near mint vinyl. We need a $55 start for this. $55 start for this. The Beatles 62 to 66 compilation. I've also got a near mint pressing of the Bee Gees Spirits Having Flown. $25 start on that. Pristine Japanese pressing. Spirits Having Flown. Sean David said he would give $35 for Cinderella. Sold. Sean David, $35 on Cinderella. Fred offered $10 for England's Greatest Hits, and Charlie offered $15. So here's what I'm going to do. Fred, I'm going to take Charlie's $15 offer, but you offered first, so here's what I'm going to do. Fred, if you want it for $15, it's yours. If you pass, Charlie was second, and he gets it for $15. So Fred, let me know yes or no. That's sold to somebody for $15. Fred has dibs. If he passes, Charlie. Chris Cornell last night from 30. All of our new vinyl is sticker price, Luke, unless I actually have it on sale. All the Chris Cornells, though, are definitely $50. They're $49.99. It will be a while before those are on sale. That's a hot commodity right now. Paul Bill said he would give $50 on Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. Sold. Let me find it. $50 on DRI. But yeah, all of our new vinyl is very, very pretty close to sticker price. We really only discount our vintage pre-owned used stuff. New vinyl is already tight margins, and it's actually really hard to make money on it, if I'm being honest. We have to be careful of how we order and how much we stock. But speaking of new vinyl, I got some stuff to go through. Let's do a quick recap of some of the stuff from tonight so I can condense some of these crates. Fred is at $55 on the Beatles, and we're looking for a $25 start on the Bee Gees. Here's a recap of some of the new stuff from tonight. First crate, we've got Metal Church, Music on Vinyl, $38.99. That's limited and numbered colored vinyl. The New Radicals is a new release from Music on Vinyl, $39.99, 2 LP. The Jackson 5, I was mentioning how hard it is to find an original copy of that, $38.99. Slaughter, red vinyl, very difficult to find an original of that. That's what most of this new, if I have a new vinyl LP in stock, it's usually because an original is tough to find. Fred Wink. Yes, Fred got the British compilation for $15. Thank you, Fred, for letting me know. Blur, $38.99. Mars Volta is $36.99. New Mars Volta, gold vinyl. Gold vinyl. Danzig Skeletons, $28.99. That's colored vinyl. A new Bad Brains reissue, $28.99. That is Quickness. New Julian Lennon album, Jude, $29.99. Spoon, Kill the Moonlight is $36.99. Alice Cooper, live from AstroTurf. That is on apricot colored vinyl, gatefold, limited and numbered with DVD, $46.99. We also have Back to the Future, $33.99. And Aerosmith, Pump, last copy before more come in on Monday, $36.99. We also had a restock of White Zombie, $38.99. Devil Music Volume 1, Rob Zombie, White Zombie, $38.99. By the way, we got a $56 bid on the Beatles with Jake Rogers. And I'm going to go ahead and end this. If anybody wants to buy the Bee Gees, you can buy the Bee Gees for $24.99. $24.99 on the Bee Gees. I've got a few other new records here. Let's see. Where's that other crate at? John Lennon. That was Putbacks. That's Roger Waters. Here we go. Here's the very first crate we started with. I'm just going to add them in over here. Let's see. Fred's backing on the Beatles at 60. We've got a Led Zeppelin 1 Deluxe Edition. This is a 3LP, $59.99. It's got the original album remastered and then a 2LP live show, $59.99 on Led Zeppelin 1. That's a 3LP Deluxe live and studio album. Sherry Darnell wants the Bee Gees. That's $24.99, Ed. We're going to lay that right there. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. I actually think I have another copy of that. If anybody else wants one, I thought I did. I don't think I do. Jonathan, are you still watching? I've got some more jazz stuff to put up. Actually, I see some more stuff over here I need to put up. Let's go through this new vinyl first. There is another White Zombie, Astro Creep 2000, $38.99. Michael Potts wants a Led Zeppelin 1, so does Greg Rogers. So I can't get the single disc anymore. It looks like they decided to repress a batch of these, which is a good thing, because not only do you get Led Zeppelin 1, you get a live concert with it too, a complete live show from 1969. I think that's awesome. I'm going to open one of those up tonight if there's one left. Michael Potts gets one. Greg Rogers gets one. The New Radicals was $39.99. That's a new release from Music on Vinyl. Maybe you've been brainwashed too. High bid on the Beatles back here is Fred Wink. Everybody else is out. Fred has this for a $60 bid. Charlie, you're out, and whoever else was bidding, Jake Rogers, you're out. Fred has that for $60, going once, going twice. White Zombie, I'm doing a new vinyl recap. If you missed, this was also really popular. I have sold 8 of them tonight. Black Sabbath Paranoid, another deluxe edition, $39.99. You get Black Sabbath Remastered, Black Sabbath Paranoid Remaster, and a bonus disc with alternate versions, instrumentals, really cool stuff. $39.99. That's a 2LP gatefold Black Sabbath Paranoid. I may keep one of those too. The very popular Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced, pressed at QRP. Sounds fantastic, very affordable, $28.99. Are You Experienced? We got a stack of those. I always keep those in stock. That's one of our best-selling new vinyl LPs. And here is the surprise of the night that we still have them in stock. Kate Bush, Hounds of Love. I've got 3 left featuring Running Up That Hill. We can all think, what is it, Stranger Things, I guess? Yeah, Stranger Things. Her career, she made a lot of money in the last year because of that song. $34.99. It was undiscovered by the youth of America until it was put on Stranger Things. $34.99 for Kate Bush. I've got 3 of them. And we've got, these are some singles I've got left. T-Rex, 1970. That's Mark Bolan, An Intimate Look. Songwriter, $38.99. Interpol, Our Love to Admire is $36.99. And Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation. Aerosmith, Permanent Vacation. Last copy, $38.99. All right, Fred, no one is saying anything. I'm going to give that a final call to you for $60. Fred also wants a copy of Black Sabbath Paranoid. Sell Fred a copy of Black Sabbath Paranoid. I now have one of those left. Now I've got this condensed. Let me go through that one more time. First, Jonathan Berg wants a Jimi Hendrix RU experience. We got what, 85 people watching? The 85 people that's watching, you need to ask yourself right now, do I have a copy of Jimi Hendrix RU experience in my collection? This is just like a flow chart. And if it says no, if you say no, I don't, then you need to buy one of these. I mean, it's that simple. Do I have a copy? No? Okay, then I need to buy one. I mean, that's like one of the greatest albums ever made. $28.99. I mean, surely. Does all 85 people have one? Let's go ahead and sell this to Fred too. Sell that to Fred for $60. Beatles 62 to 66. James Ashbrenner wants the last Black Sabbath Paranoid. Give that to James Ashbrenner, Black Sabbath Paranoid. I have the OG. Yes, but you also need a brand new one to compare how the sound quality. This is so nice and quiet. It's pressed at QRP, which is like one of the better pressing plants. You got to have, you see, when you buy an album like this, you got to have an original, you got to have a first pressing, you got to have the represses, you got to have a Japanese press, you got to have the music on vinyl, you got to have the Analog Productions QRP, you have to have this pressing. You got to have some albums. You got to have about 7 of. Sherry Darnell wants one, and so does Greg Rogers. Okay, my sales pitch somewhat worked. I still have a few left, but that's okay. I need them for the store. So I would love to sell out, but if I don't, that's okay. Here's the last new LP for tonight that we have not shown. We have the Beatles Abbey Road, pristine Japanese pressing, no obi, has the inner sleeve and insert, $45 start. We had one earlier right before the break with an obi, no obi on that one, $45 start. And I've got something over here as well. I don't know if Jonathan's watching or not. I don't think he did. I had some more jazz stuff, if he says yes. Here we go. Here's another Bee Gees, if anybody wants one for $25. The Bee Gees, we sold that actually last night, and then someone put it back. So that's $24.99 if anybody wants it. I just sold it one for $24.99. There's another. We got Abbey Road up for bid. And let's do a Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington. Duke plays Ellington. $25 start. $25 start. The Rob Zombie. The Zombie Records, $38.99. That's for Astro Creep 2000 or Devil Music Volume 1. Music on vinyl. What other jazz? Okay, I'll put those up. I didn't know if anybody wanted to see those or not. That was pretty much all the new vinyl from the night except one record that we have an entire crate full of them. I was hoping we would sell more, but does everybody have a copy of this? It's a little bit more expensive. However, if you have the right sound equipment, this is going to blow your mind. Roger Waters, Amused to Death. I can't wait to open this up tonight. I'm going to play it very loud. I have a very good set of speakers here. Luckily, in my business, I get to buy and sell stuff, and I end up with really good equipment where I go out and buy collections and whatnot. So, Clay Moore wants a copy of Aerosmith Pump. Aerosmith Pump to Clay Moore. That's right here. I also have a Back to the Future still available. Sell that to Clay Moore. And let me get that other crate of new vinyl. This is some stuff from, when was this? When was this? I don't know. Let's go back through. I think this was new stuff from last night. We have Pink Floyd Metal, $33.99. I've got 2 copies of that. This is a pretty new vinyl from last night, yeah. The Cranberries, Best of, 1992 to 2002, $39.99. Chris Cornell, $49.99. And John Hyatt, $29.99. Tracks on Roger Waters. Let's read those. I really don't even know. Let's see. The Ballad of Bill Hubbard, What God Wants, Part 1, Perfect Sense, Part 1, Perfect Sense, Part 3. The Bravery of Being Out of Range, Laid Home Tonight, Part 1, Laid Home Tonight, Part 2. Too Much Rope, What God Wants, Part 2. What God Wants, Part 3. Watching TV, 3 Wishes, It's a Miracle, and Amused to Death. So this, these are $69.99. It's from Analog Productions, pressed at QRP. You know, it's kind of like a you know, it's just a great. It was mixed. It was recorded originally digitally, so that's why it's not an analog cut. But you know, it's just a great record far as like a sound experience. It's Pink Floyd. I mean, it's Roger Waters, so you know what you get with the Pink Floyd brand. You get excellent sound quality. Hoping you, yeah, that's what I'm going to listen to. Klipsch Bells, Bell Klipsch. Okay, let's see. Metallica. Somebody wanted this in the comments in the group post. Let's set that aside. I can't remember who, but that's sold. That's already sold. The Manson family sings the songs of Charles Manson, $31.99. I actually looked into this last night because I was like, what a strange record. And there's actually an original of this that's really rare and expensive. And of course, you know, Charles Manson had a record out too. You know, he recorded some like folky sounding stuff, I guess, before he was technically, you know, convicted for murder. So this is actually, if you look up anything Charles Manson or the Manson family, they reissued this album in a limited numbered back, I think 5 or 6 years ago. Those are like $200 and $300. 31. This would be a record, you know, maybe to speculate on, because this kind of stuff gets weirdly expensive. I have one copy left. We sold 1 or 2 last night. $31.99. The new Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp album is $29.99. That's right. Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys and Charles Manson hung out together. They actually recorded one of his songs. Let's go ahead and sell Fred. No other people bid on Abbey Road, so I'm going to sell that to Fred for $45. If anybody wants Duke Ellington, he's going over here in the $24.99 pile. I'm going to sell, if anybody wants Duke Ellington, $24.99. Let me show what's left in our jazz crate. Ed, I'll look up that Metallica record and after the sale and get it tagged. I also got to tag the flip crate. I've got 2 jazz records here. I've got Thelonious Monk, piano solos, Pure Monk. I will put that up. I will reduce that for a $35 start. Last time I said $45. That's Thelonious Monk, Pure Monk, Japanese pressing, $35 start. And I sold a sealed copy of this. This is Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn, in shrink wrap, master sound. I think last time I said a $75 start. I will put that up for a $55 start. $55 start on that. Last time I said $75. Master sound, and I've already sold a sealed copy for $125. Near mint open copy in shrink wrap, master sound, $55 start on the Miles Davis. Derek Hartman's at $35 on Monk, and so was Chris Kirkley. So we had Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp and Charles Manson, or the family, the Charles Manson family. So there's also another really rare Charles Manson album. It was bootlegged pretty much after, you know, all the horrific stuff happened with him. The cover looks like the picture they used on the Life magazine story. It's a really rare record. I mean, it's like $500 plus. I know somebody who has one. I've been trying to buy it from them, but they won't sell it. Motorhead, Hammered, limited edition 20th anniversary on yellow and black splatter vinyl, $39.99. Halloween, blue and white marble vinyl, $34.99 on that. Pat Travers and Carmine Appice, $28.99. That's on orange vinyl, new release. Holiday Rules, Craft Records, red vinyl, $33.99. And Halloween, The Dark Ride, green vinyl, $34.99. We have Fresh Cream, Cream's first album remastered and reissued on red vinyl, and another copy of Halloween. Fresh Cream was $36.99. Monk, we have 35, 35, 37, and 40, and we've got 60 on Miles Davis. We got some jazz activity. Love to see it, because I got some great stuff over here. I'm going to reduce the prices, and maybe we can sell it here during part 2. That's new vinyl, new vinyl. Let me find a crate of OG stuff to flip through. Where do we have OG stuff to flip through? Let me step to the back and grab something right quick. Or we can go through this crate right here. Let's see what this stuff looks like. Let's see. Where is this stuff from? Let's go through it. I mean, it's handy. Looks like some good titles, and I'll make it buy it now or best offer. Right, Ed? Yep. Right, Seth? Where is he? He's probably in the back stashing records. When I get occupied here, guess what Seth does? He goes around pulling records out of bins and stashing them so he can sneak them home. You got to watch the guy. The Manson Family was $31.99. Okay, so Miles Davis 55, Miles Davis 60, Miles Davis 62, Monk 42. All right. Let's go through this crate. It's buy it now, best offer. Loverboy, keep it up. Loverboy is $19.99. The Best of Jimmy Reed. The Best of Jimmy Reed, $39.99 on VJ Records. Wow, that's a very nice copy for something like that. $39.99. Rare Bird. Rare Bird is $34.99. ABC Probe label, $34.99 on that. And Son of Spirit, $19.99. Let's get everybody updated on our auction. So if you're just hopping on, we have a Miles Davis, The Man with the Horn, near mint copy in shrink wrap, Obi, Master Sound. Cameron Nance is at $62, going once, going twice. And we have a Thelonious Monk, Pure Monk. Chris Kirkley has that for $42. That's going once, going twice. $42 and $62. First call on those. A Rock and Roll Collection, Buddy Holly, $24.99. Jefferson Starship, Modern Times, $19.99. Thornsfield, is that what that says? Yeah, Thorns Shield. Seth, I said you was back there stashing records, was I right? Ah, stashing records. Rick Springfield, Comic Book Heroes, $19.99. That's a nice looking copy. Cover, really cool cover, and vinyl was near mint. We have Three-Window Coupe, The Ripcords, $19.99, and Johnny Rivers Rocks the Folk. Johnny Rivers. Some of this is from the Pennsylvania collection. I can tell you that because of the date on them and because of the shrink wrap. Here's a good opportunity to make some offers and get some deals. I love handing out deals. Rockets is $29.99. That is a sealed record. Rockets, I think that's self-titled. Johnny Rivers Wild Night is $14.99. And Tubes, The Completion Backwards Principle, $19.99. These two records are sold. Cameron Nance gets Miles Davis for $62, and Chris Kirkley gets Monk for $42. $62 and $42. Chris Kirkley on the Monk for $42. Cameron Nance, $62 on the Miles Davis. All right, let's see. I'm going to read off some artists I have over here in the Japanese bin. If you hear something you're interested in, let me know. ABBA, 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 Cyndi Lauper, Tokyo Disneyland, Mariah Carey, Loudness, The Who, Michael Jackson, Wings, Whitney Houston, Warren Zevon, The Yardbirds, Clapton, The Beatles, 6 Feet Under, Rod Stewart, Duke Ellington, Staying Alive, Duke Ellington, Eric Clapton, Rod Stewart, The Beatles, The Doobie Brothers, Don Henley, Randy Meisner, Nina, Staying Alive soundtrack, Hall & Oates, Flashdance, Wham, Queen, Live Cream, Simon & Garfunkel. We hadn't shown these two in a while. Let's do Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. I think I can actually show this one. I have both hands tonight. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. Gatefold pressing. Really cool photos in there with Obi. Japanese lyric insert. Trifold fold out. 2 LPs. And it's absolutely pristine. The Sound of Silence, Mrs. Robinson. Man, that's a great song. Cecilia, Scarborough Fair Bookends, Faking It. For Emily, I Am a Rock. How did they write all this stuff? El Condor Pasa, Old Friends, A Hazy Shade of Winter. That's a good one. Leaves That Are Green, one of my favorites. Baby Driver, He Was My Brother. Kind of reminds me of like the Vietnam era type stuff. America, great one. Homeward Bound, oh my gosh, A Most Peculiar Man. I skipped over a few on that one. Bridge Over Troubled Water, April Come She Will, Kathy's Song. How did they write all that? That just blows my mind. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits, $35 start. Simon & Garfunkel's Greatest Hits, $35 start, 2 LP with Obi. Now, I have personally listened to this one. Probably my favorite, it has, when I say the songs on Help, that's like Help, The Night Before, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, I Need You, Another Girl, You're Going to Lose That Girl, and Ticket to Ride. That's some of my favorite Beatles songs there. Pristine copy with Obi, the Beatles Help with the UK cover, $55 start. I say the UK cover because the US cover says Help up here. It's a little bit different. That's like the UK cover. Japanese pressing, $55 start on that. Keith Williams want to know the tracks on the tubes. Talk to you later. Sushi Girl, Amnesia, Mr. Haight, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Think About Me, A Matter of Pride, Don't Want to Wait Anymore, Power Tools, and Let's Make Some Noise. 1999. Jonathan Berg requested The Who. Fred Wink requested The Beatles. Chandler said Don Henley. No ABBA, Wings, and Jonathan Berg. I Need You by George Harrison. That's a good one, yes. Yeah, it's weird on Apple Music now. The Beatles songs that's by George Harrison, it says something by George Harrison. It doesn't say just the Beatles. It'll say something by George Harrison. I don't know if there's some kind of dispute on that stuff or what. The Beatles is $55. I will show Wings, Don Henley, and The Who as soon as we can get done with these. Jonathan Berg's at $35 on Simon & Garfunkel. UFO Obsession, $34.99. That's UFO Obsession, $34.99. Sweet Sound, Simon Townsend. He has to be kin to Pete. He looks just like him. $14.99 for Simon Townsend. There's Pete Townsend, $19.99. Can't tell me those guys aren't brothers. Look at those noses. They're definitely brothers. UFO, No Place to Run, $34.99. UFO Force It is $34. Wow, we got some tough to get UFO records in there. The Untouchables, Wild Child, contains Free Yourself, Piece of Your Love, and Laser Show. That looks like an old record. Like it looks like something from like, you know, the early 60s. That's actually from 1985. 1999, Gold Stamp promo. Let's see, Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom. Uriah Heep, $24.99, and Urban Verbs, Early Damage, $14.99. Final Call on Simon & Garfunkel, $35, and Final Call on the Beatles at $55. They didn't write all that. Paul Simon. True. How did Paul Simon write all that? And then for the next 50 years continue to write. Revolver, Scratch and Dent. Revolver is $9.99. Starship, Knee Deep in the Hoopla. That's a sealed copy featuring We Built This City. I almost said We Sold This City. We Built This City. Cliff Richards, We Don't Talk Anymore. That is sealed, $19.99. And the band, Islands, $34.99. Fields is $29.99. What an interesting looking record. Wow, this is something new. $29.99. It's on Pilot Records. I bet that's a rare OG. Fred is at $40 on Simon & Garfunkel. I was just about to sell that. Jonathan was at $35. Fred is now at $40. No other bids, though, on the Beatles, so we're going to go ahead and sell that to Fred for $55. Fred gets the help for $55. All three UFO records for $50. How about $60? Let's take a look at them. Nice jacket. No cutouts or notches on that one. Very nice. That's Force It. No Place to Run has a clip corner. That one has just a regular plastic inner sleeve that came with it. And Obsession. Nice jacket. Once again, Nearman. Those are very nice vinyl. $60 for those, George. I feel like somebody'd be all over that. Jonathan Berg's at $40. Jonathan's back in on Simon & Garfunkel. Brian Glick said sold on the Duke Japanese. This one right here. Sold out to Brian Glick for $24.99. Let me get some other stuff up because I've got some other buy it nows. These, man, we need it. Yeah, these are awesome. Live Cream Volume 2. Live Cream Volume 2. Excellent tracks on this. Sunshine of Your Love, Hideaway, Deserted Cities of the Heart, White Room Politician, and Tales of Brave Ulysses. Near Mint with lyric insert. $35 start on Live Cream Volume 2. Also a very nice cover. Japanese press. $35 start on that. Jonathan Berg's at $42 on Simon & Garfunkel. How much was the Fields again? When I pulled that out, it felt like 180 gram. So it's some kind of reissue. It's $29.99. $29.99. I'm sure that's some kind of... I bet the OG of that has to be like something crazy. That's my guess. But that's feels like a 180 gram reissue. $29.99 on that. We got 35 on Cream. 35 on Cream. Jonathan Berg is at 45 on Simon and Garfunkel. Trucked Up, Truqued. Gary Mack and the Mack Truck, alive in concert, sealed, $29.99. I don't remember showing that the first time. 10cc sheet music in shrink wrap with hype sticker, $19.99. Don't be afraid to make an offer on anything in here. DFX2 Emotion, $14.99. Red, White, and Blues, Blues Image, $24.99. And Jefferson Starship Nuclear Furniture, $19.99. No, the Fields is on Pilot Records. Pilot Records. Did that originally come out on Uni? Let's see here. Cliff Richard, $9.99. Sell that to Grant Peltzer for $9.99. So Simon & Garfunkel is now at $44 with Fred. $44 with Fred. And we have 2 bids on Cream. Fred was in first, and Cameron, you were second. So he has that. And then Jonathan is back in on Simon & Garfunkel. Jonathan's back in on Simon & Garfunkel at 45. Grant Peltzer, Cliff Richard, so do you. Travis Parmalee wants Jefferson Starship Nuclear Furniture. That is right here. Very clean copy of that. Sell that to Travis Parmalee. Yes, the OG's on you. Yeah, I was about to say. I bet that's a pricey record. Fred Wink is at 46 on Simon & Garfunkel. UFO for 55. He is? Yeah. 55? These are top quality UFO records. UFOs are rare. Unidentified flying objects. Fred's at 46 on Simon & Garfunkel. And final call on Cream, Cameron. I don't know if you're in or out, but I'm about to sell that to Fred. And REO Speedwagon High Infidelity, $19.99. National Breakout, The Romantics, $19.99. And Small Creeps Day, Mike Rutherford, $19.99. Cameron's in on Cream. Fred's at 46 on Simon & Garfunkel. Willie Nelson, Columbus Stockade Blues. Willie is $29.99. And the best of Willie Nelson, $24.99. Fields on Uni, $150, $250. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it'd be more than that. George, I've got to have 60. These UFO records, I'm pretty sure the first night I showed these, somebody was wanting me to discount them that night, and I could have got probably more than that for them, but I was stubborn and said no discounts, and now I'm probably selling them for even less. George, $60. If you pass, I think Brent Rabley wants them. Just say yeah. Saying yes is so easy. Fred Wink is at 46 on Simon & Garfunkel. We have 37 on Cream, 40 on Queen. What did I say? I don't know what I just said. Greg Rogers said he would get 15 on REO. REO Speedwagon, $15. Greg Rogers sold. All right, sell Brent the UFO bundle for 60. Sell that to Greg Rogers for 15. We still got action on both of these records back here. Simon & Garfunkel and Cream. Still getting bids. The Romantics. Mike Rutherford. Nelson. More Nelson. More Nelson. It's weird calling it Nelson. More Nelson. Spooky Tooth. The Last Puff. $19.99. Bruce Springsteen. Born in the USA. $19.99. Sparks. Through Shot Glass. Wait a minute. No, this isn't Sparks. This is Back Talk. Sparks Through a Shot Glass, $39.99. 1989 Snake in the Grass Records. So yeah, the artist is Back Talk, and the name of the album is Sparks Through Shot Glass. That is $39.99. Can't go crazy on upgrades. I get what you're saying. Unless you sell me the duplicates, right? Always sell me your duplicates. Jonathan is at 47 on Simon & Garfunkel. Fred's at 50. Where are we on Cream? So Simon & Garfunkel's now at 50. Cream is at 40. Cameron, you're back out on Cream. I keep wanting to say, I want to put a Q in there. It's a C, right, Seth? Seth, what's it going to take to get you in a good mood tonight? Cream is at 40, 50. Jonathan says he's out, and so is Cameron. Okay, Spooky Tooth, Mr. Goodman. It's got some damage right here on the front. Looks like it had something stuck to it. Wow, very nice. Very. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Very nice vinyl. I mean, that's pretty close to near mint. Does have a spot here on the cover. $19.99. Fred, you bid 45, but I actually think you were already in at 40. Let's go ahead and end these because I've got lots of other stuff I want to get to. Sell Fred Cream for $40. Simon and Garfunkel. Was there anybody else bidding? Jonathan was the last bidder, right? Yes, Jonathan was the last bidder. So 40 and 50 on that. 40 on Cream, 50 on Simon and Garfunkel. Now, Cameron, it's your lucky day. I've got another one. It's almost identical. If you wanted Cameron, same price, $40. If Cameron passes, anybody else, same price Fred paid, $40. I've got another one. Live Cream Volume 2. It's almost identical to the other one. Now this is a new Japanese pressing, but it's pretty neat. I'm going to show it, and hopefully somebody wants it. Brent Raveley wants Cream if Cameron passes. I keep wanting to say Queen, so let's bring one out. This is a new pressing. It's called Queen Greatest Hits in Japan, selected by Japanese fans. The Definite Queen Collection selected by Japanese fans. Limited edition 180-gram heavyweight vinyl. Of course, new with Obi. Somebody to Love, Don't Stop Me Now, Killer Queen, Show Must Go On, Bohemian Rhapsody, Radio Gaga. Man, it has all my favorites. This is from 2020. And at one time, I was wanting a $125 start. I will put it up for a $95 start. $95 start. This is sealed. New vinyl from Japan, which is not cheap to begin with. $95 start. He said Brent can have it. All right, so sell Live Cream to Brent Raveley, $40. Queen Greatest Hits by Japanese fans, $95 start on that. And Flashdance, $25 start on Flashdance. The Obi on this is actually, is it detached? No, it's one of these side Obis. It's like a whole sheet that attaches. So it does have Obi though. Near mint, $25 start. The insert and the Obi is pretty much the same thing. $25 start on that. Oop. It's being difficult. Let's see here. $25 start on the Flashdance soundtrack, Japanese pressing. $25 start. 95 and 25. Okay. Bruce Springsteen, 1999. We've already showed that. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, 1999. Stanley Steamer, $34.99. This is a 1973 white label promo. Stanley Steamer. These jackets are giving me trouble. Look at that label. Jolly Rogers. That's cool. Steely Dan Gaucho gold stamp promo on the front, $34.99. Jethro Tull A, $19.99. Elton John, 21 at 33 in shrink wrap, $19.99. Steve Jones Mercy, $19.99 in shrink wrap. Emerson, Lake and Palmer trilogy. What a nice copy. $19.99. And Kansas 2 for the Show, $24.99 for Kansas 2 for the Show. Born to Run. Brian, I'll need a few more dollars for that one, but I will sell that to you for $14.99. This is usually a little bit more in demand. Not that Born in the USA isn't, but Born to Run. $14.99, and that's sold to you. Okay, if anybody wants to buy these, you can buy them right now. Flashdance, $25, and Queen, $95. Those are buy it now. No bids on those. $14.99 on Bruce Springsteen, Ed. Sold to Brian Hummel. Let's see what else we got in the Japanese bin. Let's do the Hall & Oates here. And I've got, we'll try another soundtrack, Staying Alive. So first, Hall & Oates. What's this actually called? I think it's a 2-in-1 deal. It is. It's 2 albums in one. Beauty on a Back Street and Along the Red Ledge. So 2 Hall & Oates albums. Japanese press, about a VG Plus cover, near mint vinyl with Obi, just $25 start. Hall & Oates, $25 start. And same thing for Staying Alive. $25 start on Staying Alive. Todd said he wants to give $20 for the live Kansas show. Sell that to Todd for $20, Ed. Kansas 2 for the show, $20. Kansas Leftoverture, classic album, $19.99. Let's see what label this is on. Original Kirshner label, $19.99 on Kansas. Spanky and Our Gang's Greatest Hit, $19.99. Katrina and the Waves, that is sealed, $29.99. Billy Joe Turnstiles, we sold some MoFi copies tonight. Here's an OG, $14.99, near mint vinyl. The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan, $24.99 on that. And Sparks Indiscreet, that is $44.99. We sold that other Sparks album out of the high-end bin. Here's another one. Lots of people always asking for these. Sparks is in shrink wrap, has a clip corner, near mint vinyl on the Island label. No Goodbyes, Hall & Oates, that's $19.99. Foreigner, their self-titled debut classic album, $14.99 for Foreigner. Very nice copy of that. Money and Cigarettes, Eric Clapton, $34.99. The Best of Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, featuring Wooly Bully, $19.99. You making coffee over there, Seth? What are you doing? Was that a massaging gun? Seth's over here getting a massage, everybody. What in the world? And I'm over here, man, just, what kind of workplace is this? Travis Parmalee gets Billy Joel. Leo Sayer, Just a Boy. Leo Sayer, Just a Boy, $14.99. Boz Scaggs and Band, $19.99. Scandal, Love's Got a Line on You, $19.99. Is that the actual name of it? Actually, it's just Scandal self-titled. That's one of the tracks on there. Travis was in first, claiming Billy Joel. And Grand Funk Lives, $19.99 on Grand Funk Lives. Okay, no bids on these. If anybody wants to buy Staying Alive, $24.99. If anybody wants to buy Hall & Oates, $24. We got a lot of really nice Japanese vinyl for $24.99 buy it nows. Right, Ed? Yep. I mean, I'm talking about some killer stuff. Here's somebody who asked about the Randy Meisner records. I think last time I put these up for a $30 start. Both of them for a $40 start. We have Randy Meisner from the Eagles. We have self-titled and One More Song. $40 start for both of them. I think last time I said a $60 start. $40 start for both of those. Jonathan Berg said he'll take the Staying Alive. Sell that to him for $24.99. Staying Alive. Grand Funk, Foreigner Head Games, just $19.99. And Tucky Buzzard in shrink wrap, $19.99. John Barleycorn Must Die, Traffic, $24.99. Traffic, that's a really good album. Steve Winwood. 10 Years After, Rock and Roll Music is EX, $17.99. And Squeeze, East Side Story. Squeeze is $24.99. East Side Story. Staying Alive. Take 35 for Sparks. That was Boontar Jones. 35 for Sparks. Sold. Boontar Jones, 35 for Sparks. Todd Kirk wants Foreigner Head Game. Sell that to Todd Kirk. And Stanley Steamer Condition. Stanley Steamer. We've got right here. No condition notes on the vinyl. Of course, I don't think it's the best quality vinyl, so it's probably going to have some noise anyway. A little bit of a clip corner. Really nice jacket, though. VG Plus or better on that. Glenn said he would give 15 on Traffic. Sold to Glenn Bodnar. Traffic, John Barleycorn, $15. I have Stanley Steamer white label promo for $34.99. Chandler Harris. Let's see. Boontar said, oh, wait, never mind. Okay, so I think he's passing on Sparks. Yeah, it looks that way. This Hall & Oates, does it have Sarah Smile on it? I don't think either one of those albums have Sarah Smile. I don't think so. Let me check.
Sarah Smile was an earlier.
Yeah, Sarah Smile was an earlier one.
I think Wait For You was on there.
Yeah. Okay, well, if anybody does want Sparks, $35. If anybody wants both of these Randy Meisner, $40 for both of them. That's about as cheap as it's going to get. That's $20 a piece on those. And let's see what I got left in here to offer. Somebody did ask about the Wings Greatest Hits. And, oh yeah, I had these. These were $24.99 the other night too. They're VG Plus on the vinyl, but they're very, very clean VG Pluses. Whitney Houston's. Just $24.99 on those. And I have Wings Greatest Hits. Let's put that one up. I offered that for a $35 start. That has the poster, the insert. It's very clean. $35 start on that. How about this? How about the first one to claim it can have it for $35? First one to claim it, because we're about to end the show. Does anybody have any other requests or things they maybe want to see? We've approached 11:30. I'm not going to go to midnight. I need to wrap it up. We're going to be right back tomorrow doing this at 7 o'clock. I also have to get some stuff ready for in the morning, which I'm not going to be here. That's why I got to have it ready. The other Foreigner price, the Foreigner self-titled, Todd, $19.99. That one has Feels Like the First Time, Cold as Ice, Star Rider, Head Knocker, Damage is Done, Long, Long Way from Home, Woman, Oh Woman, at the War with the World, Fool You, For Anyway, I Need You. I know you said Japanese Queen 95. I really can't take 75 because we originally had it out for 125. I can't remember really what we have in that either. David, my absolute best price on that is $85. That's my absolute best on that. Travis Parmalee wants Scandal. Let's see. Scandal. That was right here. Sell that to Travis Parmalee. Todd Kirk said $17.99 on Foreigner. Sold. So Travis Parmalee got Scandal. Foreigner to Todd Kirk for $17.99. Mick LaFoot said he would give $20 on the Sealed Rockets. Yeah, we really didn't do a recap of this, Ben, but I can if anybody wants me to. Mick LaFoot gets the Rockets for $20. I think that goes under Mike Langford. Wings is $34.99 if anybody wants it. And what was the other question? Don Henley. Here's the Don Henley I have. It is, where are you, Don? I've also got another, this is $34.99, Chandler. It's a pristine copy of Don Henley, I Can't Stand Still. First track is Dirty Laundry. Near mint. $34.99 on that. Okay, Stanley Steamer. Anybody else? Got all these Willie Nelsons. It's a good bin. That's all stuff from Pennsylvania. I traveled a long ways and to get all that. We're going to be selling those for a while. We still got stuff to get out. Any last requests? So tomorrow night we're going to have all new Japanese pressings again. We're going to have new vintage arrivals because John's going to be working. We're actually going to have new stuff to put out. And then we're going to keep going through crates like this, which is, amazing because it's stuff I hadn't seen in a long time. Y'all hadn't seen maybe ever. So Chandler says, I'll take Don Henley. Chandler, if you're a first-time buyer, thank you. Make sure you message the page. This page you're watching this on, CollectCo. Send us a message with your email address and your mailing address. We will invoice you on Monday. I hope that you can tune in tomorrow, last show of the week, $7 unlimited shipping. You can watch tomorrow. You can buy 20 more records, and they'll ship for $7. That is sold to Chandler. Charlie, I'll have to have 35 for Sparks. I've already sold it once for that, even though he put it back, but 35 on Sparks. Brian Glick said he will take the Queen's Greatest Hits for $85. I think, David, are you passing? Mr. David C. I think he is, so let's sell that to Brian Glick for $85. So thank you. Jelly Roll. I have one Jelly Roll album. It's a picture of him on the front. I don't know where it's at, but it's $29.99. I've got it somewhere though. Wow, we got some good records around here. I need to go through some of this tomorrow night. Great new vinyl. Candlemass, Slipknot, Genesis, The Church, Dylan and the Band, Venom, The Doors, Stranger Things, Elton John. Hey, we got one Rickroll left. Golf outing, that is Saturday. That's why we're not having a sale. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Cameron, I have Greatest Hits, Californication, By the Way. Is there any certain one you're looking for, Cameron? Daniel says, I'll take it. Write down Daniel for Jelly Roll. I'll have to find that. Daniel, I can pull that. Any Don Henley Boys of Summer albums? No, I don't have that one. Two members of the Rockets was the original Mitch Ryder and Jim McCarthy. Cactus. Wow. Did not know that. So yeah, I'll find you Jelly Roll. Actually, it might be right. It's in one of these crates around here somewhere. Queen, Amon or Moth, Alanis Morissette, Ozzy, Nirvana, Metallica, Lambeth, Dio. That's pretty new stuff. It's not in that one. By the way price. Daniel says, I'll take it. The links collect code. By the way, this is 2LP, $36.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers, By the Way, $36.99. 2LP, I've got a stack of them. I'm surprised we're not sold out because this was out of print for a while. They were like $45, $55 on Discogs. $36.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers, By the Way. Ozzy, OG, No More Tears. Chandler messages. Okay, thank you, Chandler. Cameron said, sold on this. Anybody else? They're $36.99. Cameron Nance. Ozzy, OG, No More Tears. Fred, I got one. I listened to it last night. Jake Rogers says he wants the Manson Family record. I got to order more of those. I may order a few just to see if they... Man, those other ones that came out a few years ago were expensive. Sell that to Jake Rogers. There's one... Let's see if it has that one song. There's one song that's on iTunes. Yeah, Right Away. That's actually not too bad. I mean, I listened to this on iTunes. It's kind of creepy, but that song right there is not... The girls that sing in the background have pretty good harmonies. How much? I think I was trying to sell it. The last price I told Brian Glick was $375. Yeah, $375. I actually listened to it last night. It sounds pretty good. And I hadn't cleaned it in a while. It looks like it's been handled a couple times, so I'm going to re-clean it if somebody ends up buying it. Here's what's left. These are all first come, first serve Japanese pressings that's still available. You have the later Beatles greatest hits. I don't. 67 to 70, I don't have one right now. Jake, if you tune in tomorrow, we usually have at least one of those two every night. Either 62 to 66 or 67 to 70. Tune in last night. Fred, I've already turned down 300 like 5 times. Thank you, though. Flashdance, $24.99. These are all near men unless I say otherwise. Flashdance, $24.99. Wings Greatest Hits, $34.99. These are about VG Plus, but they're nice VG Plus. Whitney Houston, $24.99. We've got two with two different Obies. Randy Meisner, I can't believe this. I'm going to sell both of those together for $40. I'm not going to, if you want to pick one, $24.99 or both for $40. Hall & Oates, that's 2 albums in one. Japanese with Obi, $24.99. The Bee Gees is $24.99. Endless Love was $24.99. The Beach Boys Rock and Roll Best 20, $34.99. The B-52's Wild Planet, that one was $55. Excuse me, that's the most expensive one in the stack, I think. B-52's is $55. Footloose is, that one was $35. Wham was $55. Madonna was $45, and so was Asia, $45 and $45. And I've got a few more, actually. Let's Let's see. Some of the stuff I'll bring back out tomorrow. Yeah, I've got another Staying Alive. I've already sold once. There's another Staying Alive I would do for $24.99. Brent Rabley wants the B-52s. All right. Let me find that. Yeah, that was one of the first ones I showed tonight. I'm surprised it didn't get a bid. Yeah, some of those were like some of the very first ones tonight. Usually sometimes the first auctions of the night are sometimes the biggest. Some of them are 55 on that. Yeah.
55.
Yeah, 55 on that. Let's see what else I got here. Everything else that's over here I've already shown at least once. I got a couple other Duke Ellingtons. Here's another one. There's a Duke Ellington for $24.99. Duke Ellington. That is it's just self-titled. $24.99. That is Japanese. Brent Rabley wants Asia. Let me put these back in the crate so I can flip through them better and so they're not stacked like that. Asia was $45, Ed. That's sold to Brent Rabley. I'll lay it right there. Sherry Darnell wants the other Staying Alive, $24.99 on that. I actually got another Bee Gees too. I know we've already sold one of those. Staying Alive though, $24.99. $24.99 on that. How much was Madonna and what was the track list? Madonna is True Blue Clint. This is an even $45. It's absolutely perfect. Where's the Party? True Blue. La Isla Bonita. Jimmy Jimmy. Love Makes the World Go Round. Papa Don't Preach. I know that's a big hit. Open Your Heart. White Heat. And Live to Tell. With original Japanese lyric insert. Obi. $45. $45 buy it now on that. And then I actually sold down to 3 of these. And we had 2 more come in that I didn't even show tonight. We've got 5 available. ABBA's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Near mint with Obi, $34.99. $34.99. Need to make sure I don't have that Asia this week. Don't think I do. I don't think you do either. We have auctioned one off, but we will check. Clint Howard said he will take the Madonna for $45. Yeah, I'm surprised no one bought that one earlier when I had it up. So Madonna is $45. What did I just do with it? Right here. That's Clint Howard's. I'm handing it to Ed. ABBA's, here's another one. I'll discount this one more time. I think last time was $45. $34.99. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. $34.99. Time after time, girls just want to have fun. It's a perfect copy. Cyndi Lauper, She's So Unusual. $34.99. That should sell after that discount. And actually, we do have a Michael Jackson left over. We auctioned one off earlier. There was somebody backup bidder. I should have brought this one out. I didn't know I had another one. It's complete. It's near mint. It has the poster, the insert, $65. And that's what we started the last auction for. This one can be bought right now for $65. It's a pristine, complete Michael Jackson Thriller. Clint Howard also wants Cyndi Lauper. Let's see, it's right there. Clint, I've got you tagged, $35. I've got you tagged. Leslie, you were second. Fred, I was about to say, Fred was the other bidder on this. Fred gets Michael Jackson for $65. Let's see, what other Beatles stuff do I have? This is a check condition. Let me take a look at it now that I hadn't shown it in a while. This is a check condition Beatles Hey Jude. So right here is a pretty ugly looking scuff. Something we usually don't see on stuff like this. It's kind of jumps. Let me see if I can get it right in the light for y'all. Right there. Can y'all see that? Right there and right there. So they're pretty ugly looking scuffs. You really can't feel them. We hadn't test played it, but it's Hey Jude. It has the Obi. Has the original lyric inner sleeve. That's a $45 buy it now. That should play, I mean, you can't feel it. Should play no problem. $45 buy it now on that. The Beatles Hey Jude. Beatles Hey Jude is $45. I think that's all of the Beatles records I have, except this one interview disc, which I will show it too. Yeah, this is an interview disc. Beatles Talk. I'll do this one for $24.99. Beatle Talk. $24.99. It's an interview. An interview with the Beatles by Red Robinson. That was that broadcast they did up in Canada, 1964. $24.99 on that, and Hey Jude is $45. I guarantee that. I bet if you test played that, it would play right through that without even any noise. Are these Japanese pressings? Yes, these are originals. Yes, these are original Japanese pressings. Yeah, they might not necessarily be first pressings, but these aren't new. A lot of people want to ask me that because they look so nice, and they're like, man. But yes, these are originals. There's things in Japan. Let me give you an example, like this Eric Clapton here. This was, this is from 1986. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it looks like it's new, but yeah, this is not new. That's from 1986. Just everything over there was made better, and they usually 9 times out of 10 took really good care of it. So everything looks like it's new, but these are brand new. Fred said he would take a chance on the Hey Jude for $35. Well, we better go ahead and sell it. Usually we got unlucky with that one because it had that mark on it. So it's probably going to be a tough sale. I'm going to go ahead and sell it to you for $35. Aussie OG, $345. $360. I think that's a great price. We're so close, Brian. And Fred's interested too. $360. $360. We're down to 50 viewers. I'm trying to show a few more Japanese pressings to get them sold. What did I pull? Hey Jude. Oh, I'm sorry. It's over here. What are those Japanese pressings just sitting brand? Let's see. Show us the Aussie again. The Aussie No More Tears. All right, let me go get it. Clint, I don't know if I understood your question. Let's see here. Can you hand that to me? Wow, let me see that Fighter record too. Where did that come from?
Just found it. That's what I was.
Yeah.
Sitting on.
So Seth, earlier, he was going through a bin and he found this record, which is Fighter, No Pain, No Gain. $299.99, $300. I forgot I had that. Aussie, No More Tears. I listened to it. It sounds EX Plus. It looks near mint. Of course, vinyl from the 90s isn't the best quality. We all know that. I've got it stickered for $400. This is a US. It's not a Euro. This is a US from 1991. I mean, it looks near mint. It plays about EX Plus. It is from 1991. They didn't use the best vinyl. It has a kind of a crease up here, a little bit of a crease here and there. Me and Brian have been going back and forth on it for about 2 weeks. Those are $300. I think I've said my best price $360. So, why are those Japanese pressings just sitting brand new in Japan and be shipped over here 30 years later? Well, no, they were. So we get those from people who probably buy them from people who listen to them. They're not. They're just in such good condition. This was in somebody's collect. I mean, this was bought. They look brand new, but that's just how well taken care of. So, 30, 40 years later, we want them over here because they're better quality, so we have to get them from Japan. But yeah, I mean, somebody bought this in Japan. A Japanese consumer bought this in Japan in 1980, whatever, 78. A Japanese consumer bought this in 1978. They bought it new. They took